Okay, welcome to Trin TV. Trin TV is a new platform that we've put together. And the whole purpose is to try and communicate, especially at this time, try and communicate with our community, with our members, to let people know what's going on. It's also going to be an update, and it's going to be a little bit of a insight of our members, of people that come to the Trin, our boxing team, our footballers, people that get involved in the Trin project, so the Trin Sounds project. And it's just going to be an all-round platform that we can just keep in contact with you. We'll do meetings, we'll do interviews, we'll just do off-the-cuff chats. And this first one that we did last night was just an idea that myself, Rob Cowie, another coach of the boxing club, and two boxing members, Zach Nearney and Kirsty Hill, we all got together and we just had a bit of a catch-up, and we thought that you'd want to just listen to the conversation.
Yeah, welcome all to the group. I would like to welcome Kirsty Hill, who's the former English lightweight belt champion. We've got Zach Nearney, who's 3-time, should be 4 times national champion, but a little thing got in the way called the pandemic. And obviously Rob Cowie, the famous Rob Cowie, a coach at the Trin. Welcome all.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, guys.
All right.
Well, Q coaches come in. Right, so question 1 then. Obviously people have been sat back, not been able to go out as much as what they normally do. So during the last lockdown, I think people found Netflix and other series. Want to pinch some ideas from you, really. I've got very little patience. But what sort of things have you been watching on Netflix?
So I'll go with this first. So if you've not seen it this is from the first lockdown, Andy, so it was a while ago. If you've not seen The Last Dance with Michael Jordan, I would suggest that. That's a great watch. I think it's right up your street. And then other than that, do you know what? It depends what sort of mood I'm in. If I'm in a mood to have a bit of a laugh and things like that, I'll put stuff like Superbad and things like that on, because I like that immature. I like that immature sort of behaviour, especially when you've got to be quite, productive and stuff during the day. So I like silly comedies like that. And then I don't know. If not, it might be like a true crime story in case I just want to see, like, I don't know, how crazy things have got and things like that. So that's 3 angles I would point you to, mate. Yeah, those
we go for all like the detective stuff. Like we like the crime stuff. Ozark and Queen of the South were really good. The drugs line stuff, but yeah, we like more the crime scene stuff, like The Sinner, and You was quite good.
Sinner's good.
Sinner's good.
I've seen You. I haven't seen The Sinner. I just like cheesy Cobra Kai. That's my favourite series.
Oh, the kids have started watching that.
Yeah, I like films more that like Step Brothers. They're my film.
Yeah, they're all favourite.
Yeah.
To be fair, we watched, just because there's only 3 of them. We watched another thing about Yorkshire Ripper the other night. I don't know how old it is. I think.
We watched that, The Ripper.
Yeah.
It was good.
So we've seen hundreds of them before, but I don't know whether they've brought it back onto Netflix just because he's recently died, and so with COVID, there's another. That's
one good thing that came out of the pandemic.
Absolutely. Right, I shall have a look then. Right then, what are your thoughts on Man United being top of the league?
Top of the league.
I don't think it'll last so long.
JMO's the best one to ask that question, isn't he?
Who's that?
JMO's the best person to ask that question, isn't he?
That's why we didn't bring him in this chat.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it?
He's scarf, wouldn't I?
It's difficult. You don't want to trigger people, do you? But to be fair, they're a lot better than there was last year, aren't they? I think that's worth saying. It'd be interesting the game on Sunday, but I don't know. I know it's not part of the question, but my tip, I think City will do it this year, personally. Yeah. It's good to see United back up there, because when I was growing up as a kid, I only used to watch Man United win all the time, so it's been a bit weird last sort of 7-8 years, but yeah.
To be fair, I'm more bothered about Newcastle getting beat by Sheffield. That's a shambles.
Yeah, it's I don't know. You seen that thing about Mourinho and Steve Bruce? Like Mourinho turns into Steve Bruce when he goes 1-0 up. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah.
What's that?
Each other out.
I ain't seen it.
Oh, you'll have to look for it, mate. It's just literally just an image saying this is what Mourinho turns into when he goes 1-0 up. But it's true, isn't it? Spurs were looking good till about 6 weeks ago, and then everyone starts fancying them, and they just goes Pete Tong. So yeah. Well, what do you think? Because you're big against Man United, aren't you? So
just a little bit. I personally think that everybody this season, it's a strange season, isn't it? Everybody's had a run of, I don't know, 6 or 7 games where they've been flying, and then I think every team at some point has had a period as well where they've had the struggle to put draws and wins together. Obviously, Liverpool are going through that period at the minute. Man United had their period at the beginning of the season, and now they're flying. Man City have had their period, and now they're starting to come good. Chelsea was flying at the beginning of the season. They're having a bit of a period at the same time as Liverpool. Like I say, Spurs are Spurs, and I think Spurs will always have 1 or 2 of these little periods every season where you start to think that this might be their season where they start heading towards the top of the league. But yeah, Spurs are Spurs, and they'll always be in the same situation. But again, Arsenal, what are they on? Are they on 3 wins on the bounce now? So it's interesting. But I think I always say the best team always wins a league. The best team don't always win the cup, but the best team always wins a league. So we will see. Give it another 10 games, and then I'm sure it'll become clear.
I think what's quite nice is that last year Liverpool just ran away with it completely, didn't they? That's not their fault, but this year it seems to be a lot closer, which is, from a neutral standpoint, it's actually quite good to watch. Whereas last year he was like done already, wasn't it, by this time?
Yeah, you can see it getting exciting again, can't you?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Let's move on, because that's not my favourite topic, Man United being top of the league. Right, so if lockdown was to end next week, what would be the first thing that you'd do?
Go to a boxing show. Go to a boxing show.
Would it?
Yeah.
No,
even though we're not meant to talk about it, but yeah, that's what I'd do.
Yeah.
Have a meal. Have a nice meal out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
definitely. With a good pudding.
I agree with both of those things. Like I say, it's just a little luxury, isn't it? Like going out for tea, you sort of almost take it for granted, don't you, when it gets taken away. Like I say, even just going to the pub with like friends or whoever else and just having like a 1 or 2 beers or a nice catch up, etc. And then, to be fair, I'm looking forward to getting back in the gym as well, Andy, just because obviously running and stuff like that is all right, isn't it? But
it's boring.
There's no hiding when you get on that ski machine in the rower. You can't hide, can you? That reveals who you are. But I think those will be my things, and it'll be quite nice actually not having to, at some point, hopefully not having to wear a mask and watch how close you stand into like X, Y, and Z and stuff like that. So that'll be quite good.
Yeah.
What about you, Andy? What are you going to do?
To be fair, I quite look forward to, like you say, the simple stuff. Just going for a beer, just going to the pub, maybe something to eat, just having that. Even going to visit friends and family, just the basic stuff. It's been all work and no play in it, because I think people's lives hasn't changed, or some people's lives, I should say, hasn't changed in terms of they're still going to work. They've still got routine. We just haven't got that downtime that sometimes now we realise that how important it is. So yeah, it's just the simple stuff. I'm not bothered. Yeah, it'd be nice to go on holiday and it'd be nice to do the lavish, but for me, it's I want to do the simple things that, like I say, just going to the pub just for one and just chilling out, and just that.
Even just travel to somewhere else without getting fined or in trouble.
Yeah, even things like the cinema. I miss going to the not one for going to the cinema massively, to be honest, but even just going to the cinema and
getting
just doing normal things.
Get nachos and popcorn and stuff. Yeah.
Now we're talking. See, that's you can always get my interest when you start bringing food and drink into it.
I'd love to just go and see my nana and granddad, and just sit and watch a bit of telly, not do anything, but sit and watch a bit of telly and have her make me some crumpets, because it's not the same when she don't make them.
Okay. Right. So this one's a little bit more personal then. So this one I'll ask individually. You might have something that comes straight into your head, and if you do, obviously you can answer the question first. Otherwise, we'll just go round in order. It's on my screen. But what is something that not many people know about you?
Ooh.
That's something that not many people know about you.
I'll go first if you want, and.
Go on.
So, well, might be an interesting story to people. It might not, probably won't. But so I've actually played at Wembley Stadium before. Played a couple of games on Wembley Stadium.
I didn't know that.
So
there you go. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So when I used to work at McDonald's, specifically the one near the football ground, they did this tournament every year called the McDonald's Cup. So it starts off at like a regional event. So you and whoever else worked at that store or stores local to you, it's like around here, playing a five-side competition against those other ones. And then if you win that, you go through to like the national stages. So I can't remember, I think, was it 2011? Yeah, 2011. We won one tournament in Norwich, so obviously a long way away. And then because we won that, we then played all the winners of the other regions at Wembley Stadium. So yeah, it's on like my Facebook and stuff like that. So if you ever get bored or fit it in your diary, your busy diaries, you can have a scroll through. So yeah, that's one about me. I didn't play very well though, but I've played there. So that's something to say.
That's all that counts, Rob.
That's my story, yeah.
Excellent, like that one. Kirsty, Zach?
I was actually on the telly, but not for anything particularly any good. But it was like a seaside rescue program, because we was down in Cornwall. It was the last day as well before we were coming home, and it's in the like camper van. It's like a 12-hour drive, and I was coming out of the sea, and I went down like a hole, and I broke my ankle, and the beach was like quite a way away, and my dad had gone to the lifeguards because it was scorching day as well, and he had me on his back because he had to piggyback me because I couldn't walk. And the lifeguard was with they had like a filming crew there that day, and instead of like giving me a lift on like the quads and stuff, they just filmed us walking all the way to like the lifeguard hut, and I had to go to hospital. It was the last day, and I travelled back. I was meant to play football in a big tournament the day after, and obviously couldn't, but found out later on that I didn't see it, but I was on TV on Seaside Rescue being carried up the beach. So yeah.
Ah.
Right, for me, it's not as interesting as them two, to be fair, but I've been injured in every sport that I do apart from boxing. I need to be wrapped in bubble wrap in everything apart from boxing. It's
a second that.
Apart from more where they're trying to hurt you.
Yeah, everything that's not really meant to be like aggressive. I always seem to get injured. To quite not great as well, like to the point where I've had to have like not cast, but I don't even know what they're called, to be fair. They're them boots on, stitches, stitches, glued, put me back a good few weeks / months, a few times. But now I just have to get wrapped in bubble wrap, as Andy always says.
What about you, Andy? Have you got one?
I mean, you probably know this one. I think I've told you this one before. I actually got a higher grade in GCSE dance than I did in GCSE PE.
I think you have mentioned that, yeah.
That's probably the one fact that I don't like to brag about. There you go. It's worldwide now. Trin TV. Right then, I'm going to ask you all these. I'm going to ask you 5 questions individually. Simple questions. There's 2 answers, and you've got to come up. You might not like either of them, or you might like both. You've just got to choose the one that's most relevant to you. Rob, I'm going to start with you, mate. So I'm going to ask you these 5 questions. Dead simple to start with. Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Biscuits or cake?
Oh.
Cake.
Yeah,
holiday in the UK or holiday abroad?
Holiday abroad for the weather.
Casual wear or smart dressed?
I'm gonna go smart. I live in
ice cream or custard?
Ice cream, vanilla ice cream, 100%. Yeah.
Good score. Right, Kirsty, tea or coffee?
Tea, but only if it's Yorkshire.
Biscuits or cake?
Cake.
Holiday in the UK or abroad?
UK. Cornwall's my favourite.
You've got to be quicker than that. Got to be
I know,
quicker.
sorry,
Casual
that's really
wear
hard.
or smartly dressed?
Casual.
Ice cream or custard?
Ice cream.
Right. Let's see. Zach, you're going to be much quicker than that, aren't you?
Yeah, but I don't drink hot drinks.
Right. Well, unfortunately, mate, you've got to make a choice.
Right,
Tea or
okay.
coffee?
Coffee.
Good luck. Because even if you don't like it, give it to me, can't you?
Yeah.
Biscuits or cake?
Cake.
Holiday in the UK or holiday abroad?
Abroad.
Casual wear or smartly dressed?
Casual. Speed round this.
Ice cream or
Ice cream.
Ice cream or custard?
Ice cream.
Good choice. Good choice. I like a bit of hot and cold with my be careful what I say there.
Careful, Anne.
With my puddings. with my puddings, I like ice cream. I think I like a bit of hot and cold. I like crumble or something like that, but I like it with custard.
Yeah.
Sorry, I like it with
I'd
ice
have
cream.
cold
So you've got me
custard.
flustered now.
I'd have cold custard on like sticky toffee pudding or something.
Lazy
Lemon.
on me though, I think.
Cold custard.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, don't go.
Right then, people, we'll leave it there. Thanks for tuning in. For those people that first time to Trin TV, we hope to do these every couple of weeks, not just with the boxes, but everybody that comes in, all the members, all the volunteers, all the staff. So yeah, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time.
Cheers,
Andy.
Andy.
See you later, guys.
See you
Nice to see
later.
you.
Right.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya.